We have reached the season finale for the 2009 Speed World Challenge Championships. Today, it's the Applied Computer Solutions Monterey Sports Car Championship presented by Bondurant School of High Performance Driving. Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Creamer. Welcome to Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca for the 10th round of the championship. We start with touring cars, and Tom Natchew, let's take a look at this great track.
Well, let's take a look at this brand new 2010 Mazda 3 by Tri-Point Engineering taking us around here. That's Eric Foss in the car. He's done a lot of laps here. This is one of the tracks that makes itself its favorite to virtually everybody who drives here. On the way up the hill, you've got a huge elevation change happening, and by the time you get to the famed corkscrew at the top of the hill, you've got to take some of that elevation off in a hurry. Greg, it's 10 stories from the top of the hill to the bottom where they turn right. You can see it drop away here. This is all about momentum. It always has been at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, but the other thing that you have to keep in mind is, look at that dust. It's going to be a factor.
All right, and if you want to learn this track or most any other, Bob Bondurant, your guy.
I'm Bob Bondurant, and I will wish you all the best luck. The best man win. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Let's get you to the starting lineup. Huge implications for the championship. Pierre Kleinubing gets the pole. That ties Acura with Mazda. But more importantly, Pierre's deficit to Jason Saney went from 54 to 39 points with the bonus points. And you're going to see this next page. There is Jason back in 8th. That is a huge swing. A lot of work for Jason to have to do to make this one work. Also, you're going to notice some new names in the lineup here. We've got some 14 drivers total from California have shown up here, and Graham Downey has been very impressive in qualifying. Sage Marie, the T3 runoff standout in an S2000, makes a start with real time his first pro race. Also, Scott Webb and Tommy Chen on board in the new TC2 category. The back row includes Andrew Gillis, another rookie in his first start. The lights are out, and Tom Natchew, we are racing, and a horrible start, big surprise, by James Clay in that rear drive BMW.
Not a good start at all, Greg, but he's still got his nose stuck well up in it. Meanwhile, it's Pierre Kleinubing, and if you're going to take a wingman with you, why not 5-time champion Peter Cunningham?
Oh, and there you see Nick Asayan and Pat Lindsay in that maroon and white Mazda. Asayan and the BMW still side by side, did a bit of grinding heading into turn 2, but looks like they have come out of it relatively unscathed. But you are right, for Pierre going after a championship, having PD right behind him, on board with Jason Saney back in 8th, Tom.
Needed to get a good start here, and doesn't particularly get a good start. Spins the wheels a little bit, and you can see the number 73 car goes by him. That's Charles Espinlab, and along with the number 38 car, and that is 2-time race winner Seth Thomas in there. But look at him mix him up down in Andretti. Look at Patrick Lindsay, man. He will drive that car into the corner. Last race of the year, Greg Creamer doesn't really care about the bodywork that much.
There's the look from Nick Asayan as Lindsay makes that move down to the inside, and there's the grind off, but they ended up staying side by each as they come out of that turn. Now here comes James Clay trying to get down underneath Chip Herr, and Chip floats a little wide. James going to try and turn down underneath once again. Chip, boy, brave move, stays put, drops the right tires into the dirt, but that is just enough momentum, gives him the inside as they head into turn 3, and a little bump right there. James saying, I'm here, buddy, but Chip hangs on to it, and some great racing. And for James Clay after that tough start, good to see him back up into that 4th spot and hounding Chip Herr. But that bit of side-by-side, Tom, we've talked about it all the time. Here comes Clay trying the outside. Same thing. This will kill your momentum, exiting 5 in that long climb up the hill. And up front, Pierre and PD are gone.
And look who's joining the party from the back of it. You can just get an obscured look as James Clay all over the back bumper of Chip Herr. You can see that number 44 car. That is a Montreal, Quebec driver, and he will mix it up. And of course, that is Kuno Whitmer.
Yep.
Now we go on board with Eric Foss in that brand new 2010 Tri-Point Engineering Mazda 3. They say they'll build you one if you want, but big moment right in front of him is the number 44 car of Kuno Whitmer. Looks like something broke off that car, Greg.
Like a tire went bounding off of the car, so some sort of suspension failure, one would surmise. And obviously, boy, a high-speed section of track, exit of that turn 10, and he is going to be well and truly mired back over there. Meanwhile, we get back to this great battle we're seeing between James Clay and that black gear wrench Bimmer World BMW hounding the Mazda Speed Pro Parts and Stop Tech Mazda of Chip Herr. Yellow flag, caution period is done. Tom, we are racing. Green flag back out, Kleinubing with Peter Cunningham as a tail gunner. But look at the move right there by Nick Asayan. Beautiful restart, jumps up and actually slots into the 3rd spot as Chip Herr runs just a little bit wide, drops those right side tires. but still has that inside position, which is going to frustrate, guess who? James Clay to no, and he's still behind him.
Yeah, he's just doing a fantastic job. He's got more contact out on the circuit. That's the brand new Scion in the series, and he's just learned what it's like to race in World Challenge in a big way. Here's James Clay trying to get down the inside of Chip Herr finally. And here's a view from Chip Herr's car. Will James Clay come out the other side? Yes, he will. But you can actually use some of that curbing for a bit of grip on the outside. Doesn't work this time for Chip Herr. Gives up the spot. Still the fastest running Mazda, but now he's got help in back from Charles Espinlab.
There is your leader, Kleinubing. Second is Cunningham. Then Nick Asayan, who is having a second half of the season here that will rival anybody, certainly a career best for him.
Jason Saney doesn't want to give up on this. He wants to get in here and race. And Pat Lindsay, well, he's got his sleeves rolled up and he just wants to get a piece of this bar fight as this one heats up between the Bimmer and the Mazda.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there as Seth Thomas in that gear wrench BMW just nipped into the back, as he does again, of the 73 Tri-Point Mazda of Charles Espinlab. These two are well and truly after it right here. Oh boy, and Seth really gives him a bit of the chrome horn that time. Beautiful save by Espinlab, but here comes Lindsay. What a move, saw the opportunity, gassed it. The problem is Espinlab far enough along the inside? No, Lindsay not only able to get the door shut, but keep the momentum for the climb up the hill. Espinlab has to tuck back in. Then it's Thomas, but that has allowed Jason Saney and the very impressive Graham Downey in that Honda Civic right into the spray, but almost losing it is Downey trying to carry every ounce of momentum through that crucial turn 6. Some great stuff, Tom.
Oh, Downey.
Here comes Downey. He's going to try and make the move on Saney. There was really nothing that Saney could do. He's trying to keep Downey behind him, and that is about points. But look at this side by side. Thomas leading Espinlab with Lindsay on the shoulder, right side. Oh, they get into it. It's a bump and grind. Down again goes Lindsay underneath, gets around Thomas. That time Thomas using that nose, but it got him out of shape, and he floated wide, and Lindsay pounced, and now wants to pounce on Espinlab. This is an unbelievable battle. Watching it is Jason Saney going, come on, guys, take each other out. That's what I need. And they almost do. Both Thomas and Lindsay off track. Saney gets one of them, as does Downey getting by. Now he's going to try and get Lindsay. Does he have it done this time? No. Lindsay couldn't get to the apex, though. That might slow his exit up. It does. And he is now through. And here comes Downey going for the ride. Unbelievable. 2 laps remaining in the season here at the ACS Monterey Sports Car Championship presented by Bondurant. And the touring car battle continues. Just to keep it all in perspective, folks, with Kleinubing getting the pole, Mazda, Acura tied, so whichever one of them finishes higher up will get the Manufacturers Championship. Kleinubing leads. Right now, Saney in 9th. If Kleinubing wins, Saney needs 4th or better. Kleinubing looking pretty good, as is this ongoing battle. Once again, it is a war, but this time now, you see Seth Thomas leading on the back of the number 74 of Saney. We hop on board. That's how close it is, and there is a hit. Boy, Seth got out of it right away, realizing he got into Saney. There you see Saney running wide, able to gather it back up again. That's the exit of that very tricky turn 6, Tom. Just a revelation here as we start the last lap. White flag, 1 lap to go in the season. Kleinubing leads, Cunningham in 2nd, and sitting in 3rd, once again, a very impressive James Clay. And for Pierre Kleinubing, when you think back to 2007, which was the last time World Challenge visited this great track, boy, what a change in terms of emotion on the day this is going to be for Pierre if he hangs on. Meanwhile, out of the rainy curve, down into turn 10, Kleinubing, Cunningham in those orange, white, and Acura blue TSXs with Clay in that black gear wrench Bimmer World BMW. Line astern, last time into turn 11. Onto the front straight, Kleinubing has it covered. Cunningham defends on Clay, and Pierre Kleinubing is going to win the championship, because there's no way Saney can do what he needs to do. Here's the battle involving Saney down into this final turn. Saney trying everything, trying to get around, get past Downey. Not going to be enough. Oh, but Downey runs wide after that great drive. He felt the heat, and Saney able to pick up a spot, but that will only be 8th. As you take a look at the final results, are in touring cars. The other 2, Cunningham and Mike Galati, who won a few of them with real-time, also had GT championships. 8 for Acura, 13 for American Honda in the history of World Challenge. Pretty stunning numbers as you take a look at the rest of the final result.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pierre Kleinubing.